Are you looking for a premium quality vinyl for your customers? I think we all are looking for that perfect vinyl that will take our t-shirts to another level. Hey y'all, I'm Latana Robertson, the Lady Print Boss, and in today's video, I want to introduce you to a product, or more like reintroduce you to one of the products that I love. Y'all, I want to introduce y'all to Chemica Hot Mark. Okay, today we're going to be printing some designs with this. If you're like me, you want to find a vinyl for your t-shirt business that's going to really work, and one that your customers are going to love, right? I've been using this stuff for a long time. And so I do not recommend a lot of products, but this is one that is boss approved. I'm going to show you guys all the good stuff that's in this box right now. Hey boss family, so let's go ahead, open up this box and see what kind of goodies we have inside. I'm just going to put on my glasses so that I can read. A nice box to y'all. Okay, so we have a t-shirt sample here. A beautiful t-shirt sample here. This is so we have the Hot Mark Revolution. The great thing about this product, guys, is you see it, you can print on cotton, polyester, nylon, spandex, leather. This is a very thin vinyl, premium quality vinyl, y'all. You are going to love it. And we have some really metallic colors, some beautiful metallics in there, and different things like that for you guys to check out. So we are going to cut some of this stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait here. Okay, so our program is open, and I'm just going to go in and do a little setting up here on the pages. So I actually want this page to be white today because I'm having some eye issues. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up right now. This is set up for a 15 by 15 inch page, which is fine. Let's go ahead and bring in the design. So I'm just going to do a merge, and I'm going to bring in a couple. So we have the Love 4th of July here. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. When I'm designing, here's just a quick tip. When I'm designing or I'm getting ready to cut something out, right, I will quite frequently, that kind of messed up, I'll open up a couple of different designs so that I can send them all over to Cutter. Try to make things move a little bit faster for myself. For some reason I am not selecting that like I want to. I think I got it all that time. I'm just going to bring it up here to the top corner of this. Okay, and so we got that, and that's looks pretty good. So I'm going to go over here and go to send and just take a look at it and see how this vector came in. Okay, so in simple means it will cut everything. We want to go over here because we need to set up our design to make sure that it cuts properly. We don't want to see all of these extra pieces and things like that. We're not going to cut everything at one time. So we can go over here to line and we can view it by line, but I want to view it by fill because I actually want to see the red, white, and blue. Okay. So I've got a bunch of colors here. So I need to go in and figure out some things. Like I'm going to uncheck all of these colors and go up here and try to figure out where this light blue is at in this design. see if I see it. And I don't see a light blue. I don't even see a light blue, but we're going to check the blue. That's what's going to cut on our blue outline. So I may go in and kind of do a little welding on this so that that does not cut. Let's go back over here. Let's set this design up for success. Okay. Because nobody wants to weed anything extra that you do not have to weed. We have this knife tool. I'm going to go in here with this knife tool, and I am going to come down here and give that a nice slice. Okay. Got a nice slice there. And then let's go ahead and remove the stuff that's behind there. Okay, this job should be set up for success. Let's take a look. So I'm going to use these settings here. I'm going to set my blade depth at 3, my force at 5, and my speed at 8. And I'm going to do a little test print. We're only going to run one pass on this. I'm going to do a test print and see how this goes beforehand, just to make sure that I have the right cut setting. Here's our final, and if you guys can see, but I'm going to do this with my hand. That peeled off just fine. Put my glasses on so that I can see. So you will have a square and you will also have a rectangle, and if both peel up easily, you are just fine. A little bit dark in here. I can see the cut, and there it is. It's just fine. So that appears to be really, really fine for this one. I do see a little bit of cut going around there in the force, so I'm wondering if maybe I should line up the force of that just a little bit, or we may try doing it with a blade depth of 2. Okay, if you have a little outline, but you don't want to have too much of a line, and so I'm going to just go ahead and change the blade. I'm going to put the blade on 2, and let's run one more test. Testing is really important because what happens is you can really damage your blade or shorten the life of your blade if you are running that in too deep. It's a thin vinyl, and we just want to make sure, since this is our first cut, that we have it. And picking skills, y'all. This is perfect. This is perfect. So we have the 2 here. Sorry, guys. So we have the 2, this set on a blade, on our blade set on 2. And now we can barely see it coming through. So it looks really strong on camera, but I think this blade of 2 is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first print, okay? There is a line here, and you want to make sure that this line is straight. So I'm going to use the side that I know is pretty straight, because when I load this vinyl in, right, this cutter is not going to cut past this point. So we need this to be very, very straight. I'm going to go ahead and load the vinyl. There was something there that looked like it needed to unload. And I do have a piece of something in here. You want to make sure you don't have anything like this in your cutter. Okay, so we have this loaded up, and just because I want to check this right, I'm going to go ahead and push this through, making sure that this is lined straight. And it is, so now I'm going to come back. Whoa, and I went a little bit too fast with that, but we know that it's lined up properly. That's a quick and easy way for you to figure out if your vinyl is straight, right? So we've got this in. I'm happy with this so far. It lays beautifully. So let's go ahead and let's send our first thing over to cut. Let's go in. Let's do a side by side. Okay, bosses, so we have went ahead and cut our blue, and I also cut our red. I had a problem with the silhouette connecting via Bluetooth, and I could not get it to cut for some strange reason. And so I had to connect my USB port, so I couldn't show you the actual cut process, but we did check it previously by doing the test cut, so I'm pretty sure that everything is fine. So let's go ahead and let's read the vinyl. Okay guys, so I kind of speeded up the video a little bit, but you'll just need a weeding tool. Grab one end of it and then just start pulling your vinyl. I like to keep my vinyl low when I'm pulling, and I also like to kind of look at the design over on the computer so that I can see what I need to weed, so I can try to save some of the vinyl. So I'm just cutting that extra vinyl there, and I'll be able to use that. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish the weeding process on the blue color. And so I'm just going to pull off that blue, and now it's time to hit these stars. So this part right here, I made those stars about 1/4 of an inch because I wanted to see if this vinyl could handle you know, small cuts, intricate designs, things like that. And it's doing just great. I'm not having any type of problem picking it up out of the vinyl. I'm just going to go ahead and finish weeding this. One tip that I can give you guys while you're weeding is, if you are having any type of trouble weeding, or if you want to weed a little bit faster, just go ahead and heat up your heat press, and then press the heat press down to the mat, and then just sit the vinyl on it for just a little second or so. It will make the adhesive release a lot easier. But this one I had absolutely no problem with, so I've got that done. Now we're going to go ahead and do the red, and again I just grab a corner. This one will be a lot easier to weed because there's not a lot of intricate designs to do or anything like that. So again, I'm going to cut it and save those extra pieces because, you know, every little bit counts when you're in business. So as I weeded this, I realized that the cutter had kind of slipped. So down at the bottom right there, I did have to go back. I ended up cutting that off, and I had to go back and add the bottom of the V back to my design. So I did that, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just back over in Silhouette. Hey, Boss Fam, we are in the home stretch of this thing, but we have to make sure that we have the right temp, the right amount of pressure, and the right pressing time. So with this vinyl, you can use several different temperatures. We're going to go with 5-second hit. We want to hit it and quit it. So we're going to go with the 5-second press time. So at 5 seconds, we need to be at 285. So I'm just going to set my temperature down to 285. And we are going to go at 5 seconds. Now, y'all, because this is a cheaper heat press, okay, and it may have some cold spots or something like that, or the temp may not be exactly at the 285. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this at 290, just in case, okay, I have any issues. And then we will do 7 seconds. As I've been testing the heat press, that's what I normally do. When something tells me 5 seconds, I'll do 7 seconds. So we're going to do the 7 seconds. Well, you know what? This is our first time trying this. Let's do 5 seconds. It says 5 seconds. Let's do 5 seconds and give our 5-second thing. Now, also, the HCV press does not have a pressure control on it. So I put this thicker pad on mine so that I can get the right amount of pressure, because this material takes very, very firm pressure, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. You can do a quick pre-press if you'd like. I choose not to. It's up to you. Because we are testing, and since I'm testing, when I am testing, y'all, I'm doing all the things that you're not supposed to do. I'm going to have to lay something over that because I'm going to use a Teflon sheet, right? I may seriously consider bumping up the time on this because that's going to directly affect the temperature that's going to hit the press, right? So this may be 5 seconds, may get to what was our press, 285. By that being a little bit, just by having this, that may throw me off just a little bit. But we're gonna see, because that's what we do on this channel, is we test things to try to see what works for us. We're gonna push the limits of this vinyl, and we are going to see what can the vinyl really do, y'all. What can it do, okay? So we got that, got our first one. Now this vinyl is, you can feel it hot or cold. That kind of pulled up a little bit fast for me there. We're going to just test it. I'm going to do it really slow just to see. Looks fine to me. And y'all, this is a really, really big design. So I am getting like literally all of this here. Looking good, y'all. Honey. I'm in for the 5-second press, y'all. I mean, moving that kind of ease that back down and make that. Okay. So I'm going to actually end up doing 3 presses on this design, because I don't know if y'all remember or not, but when I did my first press, well, I may be able to just go ahead and lay it all at one time. But when I did that very first press, this looks amazing. When I did that very first press, that very first cut, when I did my very first cut, my cutter messed up. So I have an extra piece here, and I'm just going to stick it on here like so. And all I'm going to do, I'm not going to do anything special to this. We're going to do it just like I do everything else on the channel. Let's go ahead, put it in here. Okay. The press right now, currently, you guys, is at 290 and it's on 5 seconds. Let's push it and go. I've got ink all over me, honey, all over me. We have been working today. Okay, so here we go. We'll take our time. I'm going to pull it out. That Teflon pulled back over it just fine. Let's go ahead and take the Teflon off, and we can go ahead and reveal our design. We'll wait a second and let that cool. Might have cooled just a little bit too fast, y'all. Just a little. Okay, boss family, so here is the final results right there. It looks amazing. If you would like this design, make sure that you click the link down below so that you can check out this design. And if you want to check out this Chemica Hot Mark Revolution, look below. I'll put some links in the video for y'all. And I cannot wait to show you guys the other designs that I cut, but I'll show you guys those in the next video. Until then, Lady Print Boss out.